شاعر راز شاعر مشرق حضرت علامہ اقبال رحمۃ اللہ تعالی علیہ سچ جلالت بادشاہی علم اشیاء کی جہانگیری، یہ سب کیا ہیں؟ فقط ایک نقطہ ایمان کی تفسیریں، غلامی میں کام آتی ہیں نہ شمشیریں نہ تدبیریں، جو ہو ذوق یقین پیدا تو کٹ جاتی ہیں زنجیریں۔ ارے کوئی اندازہ کر سکتا ہے اس کے زور بازو کا، نگاہ مرد مومن سے بدل جاتی ہیں تقدیر۔ Great audiences, the people who have arranged this protest in the favor of the Kashmiri people, I am so thankful to them. As the other speakers before me, what they have said, that is great. I am not going to repeat those things, and I am not wanting to waste your time, but one point which I want to address and share my feelings about the Kashmiri people. In 1947, my parents, they migrated from Jammu to Pakistan. We are living near the zero border line of the Jammu state in Sialkot, and my village is situated in Alaka Bajwat near the head Marala, and we are living very close to the zero point of the border line. In 1947, my parents, they told me, when we migrated from Jammu to Pakistan, we have a great Baradari, Kabila, Humba, friends, the people who are living in surrounding areas. We decided that we are going in Pakistan because Qaid-e-Azam said, پاکستان کا مطلب کیا؟ لا الہ، سارے کہو پاکستان کا مطلب کیا؟
لا الہ الا اللہ۔
پاکستان کا مطلب کیا؟
لا الہ الا اللہ۔
پاکستان کا مطلب کیا؟
لا الہ الا اللہ۔
مجھے میرے ماں باپ نے بتایا، ہمارے بزرگوں نے بتایا، اس نعرے میں اتنی کشش تھی کہ غریب سے غریب مسلمان نے بھی اس نعرے کو قبول کیا اور کہا کہ بن کے رہے گا پاکستان۔ انہوں نے پاکستان کے لیے ہجرت کی جس وقت ہمارا خاندان جموں کی نہر کے قریب آیا۔ اس وقت انڈین آرمی نے ہمارے خاندان کے لوگوں کے اوپر حملہ کر دیا، بہت سارے لوگوں کو شہید کر دیا، اور بہت سارے بچے ہمارے خاندان کے ایسے تھے جو چھوٹے چھوٹے تھے، ماں باپ سے بچھڑ کے آج تک ان بچوں کا پتہ نہیں چلا۔ بچیاں تھی، بچے تھے، آج تک ان کا پتہ نہیں چلا وہ کدھر گئے کدھر نہیں گئے، زندہ ہیں یا مر گئے۔ میرے ماں باپ نے بتایا ہمارے خاندان کا ایک حصہ شہید ہو گیا اور بہت سارے لوگ واپس چلے گئے جموں میں جہاں وہ رہتے تھے، اور جن لوگوں نے اپنی جان کی پرواہ نہیں کی، آگے بڑھتے رہے، اپنی گردنیں کٹاتے رہے، ان میں سے کچھ لوگ بچ کر بارڈر کراس کر کے پاکستان میں آ گئے۔ میرے بھائیوں، میرے دوستوں اور بزرگوں، ہماری فیملی آج بھی جموں میں رہتی ہے، کشمیر میں رہتی ہے، ان کو انڈیا نے غلام بنا کر رکھا ہے، پوری کشمیری قوم کو وہاں غلام بنا کر رکھا ہے، بزرگوں کے ساتھ ظلم ہو رہا ہے، 80,000 سے زیادہ کشمیریوں کو انہوں نے قتل کیا، جیلوں میں رکھا، آج بہت ظلم ہو رہا ہے، اور کشمیر کی وہ آبادی دہو رہی ہے، وہ آپ کو پکار رہی ہے کہ اے کشمیریوں، اے پاکستانیوں، اے دنیا کے انسانوں، انسانیت کے لیے ہماری مدد کرو۔ کیا آپ کشمیریوں کی مدد کرنے کے لیے تیار ہیں؟ بولو تیار ہیں؟ بولو تیار ہیں؟ ادھر سے بولو تیار ہیں؟ جن لوگوں نے آج یہ محفل سجائی ہے کشمیریوں کے لیے، ان کو میں سلام کرتا ہوں، جو اپنا قیام چھوڑ کر آئے ہیں، آپ کو بھی سلام کرتا ہوں۔ اللہ تعالیٰ کشمیریوں کی مدد فرمائے اور ان کو آزادی دے۔
شکریہ مولانا صاحب. We're going to do something amazing. I've actually sent somebody up there to take some wonderful snap from that spot there. Trust me, it's going to look good. So what I want you to do is everybody to look this way. Turn your flags around, your banners. No, just remain where you are. Just look that way. Raise your hand in solidarity, peace sign, and just stand there. Let's take some couple of pictures. Go on, bro, take some pictures. Maybe if you want to take some, I don't know, have you taken some? While we're doing that, why don't we say Modi, Modi, Modi?
Out, out, out.
Modi!
Out.
Modi!
Out.
Modi, Modi, Modi!
Out, out, out.
Have you taken the picture? Give us some signal. Have you taken the picture? Can you hear us? Who are we talking? Have you done it? Well, picture here. Shukriya, thank you very much. Just resume back to your places and refocus. Rebecca, you're going to introduce the next speaker?
Yeah, that was fantastic. We had great crowds here yesterday for a demonstration, and that photo should show how many people are out here in solidarity with the people of Kashmir. So next, we've got a speaker who's actually just returned from Kashmir. He travelled from Delhi to Kashmir a couple of weeks ago, and he's just returned, and he's going to tell us about his experience. So I'd like to introduce Ayub.
Hello, Assalamu Alaikum. Good afternoon. I'm from Indian occupied Kashmir, and I will take you through my journey, which I did 2 weeks ago. I was traveling from Newcastle to Delhi, and I arrived on 3rd of August and spoke to my family from Delhi. They said, don't come over here. I said, why not? They said, there are restrictions, there are problems, there's more security forces arriving in Kashmir, and everything is locked. But that time, mobile phones and internet was working, and I stayed in Delhi 2 days, and my flight from Delhi to Kashmir, Srinagar, was on 5th. So, 4th night, Indian government, they stopped all the communication. Internet was closed, landlines and phones, everything was closed. Even they took weapons away from police, Kashmiri police, who are Muslims basically. They took all their weapons and gave them only sticks because they thought they might go against our decision. And no one knew what the decision was. And at midnight, 4th they closed communication, 2nd day they revoked this Article 370, and no one was able to communicate with Kashmiri people, no phone lines, nothing. And my flight was 5th morning, and taxi arrived at the airport, this my hotel, and I thought, what should I do? I had 2 children with me, 5 and 3, I thought it'd be hard for them, and I decided not to fly. Then I thought, I'm outside Kashmir, I might be able to see what's going on, and it would be better for me to stay away for a couple of days. Then I canceled my flight and decided on 9th I will go. A lot of people told me, no, you're crazy, and I said, I came from the UK, I need to see my parents. I don't know how long they will live, and my children want to see them. And it was heart-wrenching kind of thing when I arrived at Srinagar airport. And I couldn't see anyone. There were a few cars outside. I managed to get a car from one of my friend's house and decided to travel to Sopore. Sopore is a town which is very, very famous because it is Hurriyat Gilani's town where he came from. Then I couldn't see anyone on the road, reached home, and it was a shock for my family, but they were still happy. I decided to stay only 4 days. In those 4 days, I saw a lot of cruelties from Indian army. No one was allowed to move, no food arriving, nothing.